Hello class, bienvenidos a otro de tu clase de tu curso en inglés para bienes raíces. En esta unidad 6 vamos a ver el día de hoy parts of a structure, todas las diferentes partes de una estructura. Lo vamos a hacer todo totalmente en inglés. Y como ya sabes, tenemos las partes para empezar la clase Get Ready. En la parte de Get Ready tenemos unas preguntas aquí para el calentamiento. Después nos vamos a meter al tema. En el día de hoy tenemos una Home Inspection. El inspector viene a revisar todo, así que nos va a platicar los resultados, platicando o contándonos acerca de las partes de la estructura. Esta es una buena clase para el inglés básico de bienes raíces, ya que habla de las partes de un edificio o cualquier tipo de estructura de construcción. Ok, get ready. Después del tema de leerlo y escucharlo, vamos a hacer unos ejercicios de vocabulario. ¿Listos? Lo vamos a hacer todo totalmente en inglés. So, welcome class to Unit 6 of your Real Estate English Business course. In today's unit, we have parts of a structure. This class is good for everyone that wants to learn the different parts of a building or a house or any kind of a construction structure. First, we're gonna do the get ready questions. Get ready. What is the importance of a good foundation? So for the first part, we have foundation. So let's go to Google because they're asking us foundation in a structure. We'll put the keywords on Google. Oh, there it is. So this is the foundation of a building, the foundation of a structure. Foundation. Oh, I like this picture. Perfect. Check out this website that I found with a beautiful picture of the different parts. We got the foundation, the ground floor, the first floor, the roof. So we're talking about this part right here, foundation, the foundation. What is the importance of a good foundation? A good foundation is important because a good foundation is important because number one reason, we'll say the foundation is the base where everything will be built or constructed. Okay, let's practice. Question number 1. What is the importance of a good foundation? I think a good foundation is important because the foundation is the base where everything will be built. Number 2. Let's check Google. Let's see if Google gives us any information. We're not construction experts. See, it's the base. Oh, transfers the weight of the structure. Okay, it's important because all the weight. Okay, let's use that. What is the importance of a good foundation? I think a good foundation is important because the foundation, or we can say it, will hold the entire weight of the structure above, right? I think a good foundation is important because the foundation will hold the entire weight of the structure above. Also, it's important for stability and safety. I think a foundation is important because it's important for I think a foundation is important for stability and safety. So, I'm not a construction expert, so I'm getting some information about foundations from Google, and I invite you to do the same. We have another question. What are the basic parts of a structure? Okay, let's practice. I think the basic parts of a structure are, well, the foundation, right? They gave us one. Foundation. The roof, first floor, ground floor. Okay, from the picture, we're getting some good ideas. The roof. What are the basic parts of a structure? I think the basic parts of a structure are foundation, ground floor, first floor, roof, the roof. Excellent. Now it's your turn. Put these questions in your notebook and answer the questions using my examples. Use my examples if you're a beginner student, especially. Let's go with today's topic. In today's class, we have the home inspection summary. It's the report the inspector gave us. He inspected the home. Let's listen. Let's go ahead and listen and follow with our eyes so we can listen to the pronunciation. Listen to the pronunciation and then we'll practice reading. We'll practice reading. Listen to the pronunciation. Home inspection summary. Ready?
Unit 6, Parts of the Structure. Exercise 5, page 15.
Home inspection summary. We completed the inspection of the building. Here is a summary of the results. The foundation. This part is in excellent condition. The exterior. The siding on the exterior is in good condition. However, there are several holes in the roof. Water is leaking through these holes and causing damage. We recommend replacing the roof completely. Several windows and the front door are also in poor condition. They are allowing cold air and pests into the house. These require replacement. The interior. The floor of the first story is in excellent condition. So are the stairs to the second story. However, there are problems on the second story. Several rooms have cracks in the ceiling and walls. These cracks require repairs. The full report of our findings is attached.
Excellent. Now, it's our turn to read it so we can practice out loud. Home inspection summary. We've completed the results of the inspection of the building. Here's a summary of the results. The foundation. This part is in excellent condition. The exterior. The siding on the exterior is in good condition. However, there are several holes in the roof. Water is leaking through these holes and causing damage. We recommend replacing the roof completely. Several windows and the front door are also in poor condition. They are allowing cold air and pests into the house. These require replacement. The interior. The floor of the first story is in excellent condition. So are the stairs to the second story. However, there are problems on the second story. Several rooms have cracks in the ceiling and walls. These cracks require repairs. The full report of our findings is attached. Now we have some questions. Next exercise is reading. Read the summary, then complete the table. First problem. Cold air and pests are getting into the house. What is the recommended action? Cold air and pests are getting into the house. Replace the windows and the front door because they're in poor condition. Windows and front door. Okay, class, let's practice the problems in the structure and the recommended action. We recommend replacing windows and front door. Because cold air and pests are getting into the house. What is pest? Pests are not good. A pest, it's like a cockroach, rat, bugs. These are pests. Mice, roaches, ants, termites, bedbugs, mosquitoes. They are getting into the house. Cold air too. That's a big problem. So we recommend replacing windows and front door. The inspector recommends replacing windows and front door. Next recommendation, replace the roof. Replacing the roof is the next recommendation. Why? What is the problem? Water is leaking through several holes in the roof, causing damage. Water is leaking through several holes in the roof, causing damage. That's the problem. Recommended action, replace the roof. Water is leaking, causing damage because we have holes in the roof. Recommended action, replace the roof. Next problem. There are structural problems on the second story. Uh-oh. There are structural problems on the second story. What is the recommended action? Several rooms have cracks in the ceiling and walls. Require repairs for these cracks. Cracks in the ceiling and walls require repairs. That's the recommended action. The problem are cracks. Cracks in the wall and cracks in the ceiling. There are cracks in the wall and ceiling on the second story. They require repairs. Cracks in the wall and ceiling require repairs. Now let's practice. Ready? Problem number 1. Cold air and pests are getting in the house. Recommended action: replacing windows and front door. Next problem. Water is leaking, causing damage, holes in the roof. Recommended action: replace the roof. Next problem. There are structural problems on the second story. Recommended action: cracks in the wall and ceiling require repairs. Excellent. Now let's listen to the summary one more time. And please look for the answers. And now pay attention to the vocabulary list for today's class. In today's class, the vocabulary list looks like this. Bold letters. Listen to the pronunciation of the vocabulary list. Underline here in yellow. Lesson. Practice the pronunciation because we have an exercise. Okay, let's listen to the home inspection summary one more time. Ready?
Unit 6, Parts of the Structure. Exercise 5, page 15.
Home inspection summary. We completed the inspection of the building. Here is a summary of the results. The foundation. This part is in excellent condition. The exterior. The siding on the exterior is in good condition. However, there are several holes in the roof. Water is leaking through these holes and causing damage. We recommend replacing the roof completely. Several windows and the front door are also in poor condition. They are allowing cold air and pests into the house. These require replacement. The interior. The floor of the first story is in excellent condition. So are the stairs to the second story. However, there are problems on the second story. Several rooms have cracks in the ceiling and walls. These cracks require repairs. The full report of our findings is attached.
Okay, class. The vocabulary for today is building. Repeat. Building. The foundation. The exterior. The roof. The windows. The front door. The interior. The floor. The first story. The stairs. Rooms. The ceiling. And walls. This is the vocabulary list for today's topic. Go ahead and put that in your notebook. We need that for the next exercise. Vocabulary exercise. Match the words with the definitions A through H. Room, stairs, floor, door, wall, roof, window, interior. This is gonna be today's exercise. Now, let's practice. The inside of something. Interior. The inside. Inside. Interior. Next. Letter B. A series of steps that a person uses to reach a different level. The steps are also called the stairs. Letter C. The surface of a room that a person stands or walks on. The surface of a room that you stand up or you walk on it. That is the floor. Letter D. A space within a building that has walls, floor, and a ceiling. Walls, floor, ceiling. That is the room. Letter E. The uppermost part of a building that covers the top of the structure. The uppermost covers the structure. Covers. The roof covers. The roof covers the structure. Next. An opening in the wall that allows air or light to enter the structure. It's an opening, light enters the structure, allows the air in, that is a window. Another opening. A person enters through the opening, or the person exits a room, or exit the building, or enter the building. What is this opening? To enter or exit. The door, right? And the last one is the wall. It says, a structure that stands up from the floor or the ground, and it's a divider. That is the wall. Now make sure you practice the vocabulary. We have 8 different parts of a structure, so you can practice your real estate abilities, your real estate skills. Excelente ejercicio de vocabulario. Ahora que ya conocimos el tema y ya hicimos este ejercicio de vocabulario, por favor practica estas 8 palabras que son partes de una estructura. Practícalas con un ejemplo real, una oración completa de tarea, para que tú puedas dominar este vocabulario de bienes raíces, este vocabulario que es las partes de una estructura. Ahora, a practicar de tarea este ejercicio de vocabulario, ya tenemos el significado del diccionario técnico. Necesito que tú lo pongas en una oración completa, así como este ejercicio. El ejercicio 4 de vocabulario que vamos a hacer, donde tenemos oraciones completas. Revisa este documento de la unidad 6. Aquí en la plataforma te voy a poner la pista de audio junto con este PDF para que tú puedas revisar y practicar los ejercicios de vocabulario y también el ejercicio de Get Ready con las preguntas que hicimos el día de hoy. Fantastic. Excellent.